Because of the fact that in every human being, the human resources is actually deposited in, let me say, almost equal amount. There are certain other things that just makes us that just create the difference between us. Now, if we all have character, we can all acquire knowledge, which means and our characters can actually combine to form skills and talents. Then, what now is the difference between those who are shining today as stars and those who are actually not shining as stars? So, what the difference between a lot of people who today, some people will say maybe they don't even have talent, not knowing that they have an enormous deposit. So long there is equal number of 19 characters in every one of us. In our previous presentation, I mentioned all the different kinds of 19 characters that humans have. So long we have these 19 characters, it actually means that we have enormous form of talent. Now, what creates the difference between us is our knowledge of character activation. So, which means that some persons understand how to activate their character, which indirectly means they understand how to activate their talents and their skills. Why some persons do not have the knowledge to actually activate their character or their talents or their skills. Now, another reason for the difference is the fact that some persons engage in some activities unknowingly to them, that because as you can have character activation, you can also have character deactivation. Now, some persons engage in some nefarious activities unknowingly to them, that they are actually turning off the power, the light in themselves, whether in terms of character, in terms of talent, in terms of skills, or in terms of power, human powers, even body potent energy. You'll agree with me, there are certain things you engage in. Naturally, you find that you start losing your strength. So also, any activity that is capable of deactivating your strength or your energy can also deactivate your character and your talent. Let's take, for example, when we talk about performance, some people believe that in order to enhance their performance, even to perform at all and also to enhance their performance, they have to take drugs. Most times, such people do not realize that hard drugs, especially, have the capacity to turn off human characters, human potent energy, which means that these substances have the capacity to turn off, or deactivate our skills and our talent. This is why you see, for example, you will agree with me that you have seen some persons who are rising stars. That means by they are gradually coming up, they are working on themselves, and you find out that wow, people are beginning to appreciate them. This guy is good. This guy has some stuff, good stuff in him. Or if it's a lady, this lady has good stuff in him. They begin to praise you. Before you know what is happening, it's God gets into this individual's mind so much that they begin to feel like, oh, well, they have not even arrived yet. They begin to feel as if they have arrived. Sometimes they now, because they want to now overboost their performance, they go into drugs. Some people take on the character of pride, and so on and so forth. They begin to involve themselves in some certain activities unknowingly, to probably smoking some very hard substances and so on. And another thing, quickly, that let me just quickly mention this, that also can deactivate body energy, character, talent, and so on, is too much involvement of frequent sex more than necessary. This is the fact. So this is why you see sometimes some people who are rising stars, before they even arrive some great platforms where the world would have realized them and they have enough to push to the world or to shine out to the world, they would have deactivated themselves by trying to feast on every lady they find around. As a man, the truth is that you cannot sleep with every woman. That's the fact. You can't sleep. Even if you are given, let's say it is not even a sin to just be sleeping with women. Let's assume it's not even a sin. The fact is that there is enormous energy that goes into it. And unknowingly to us is that when you start engaging in will I call it frivolous sex or necessary sex, and more than usual, apart from losing body potent energy, you're also losing important characters such as sincerity, discipline, and so on. And you know that even patience, you'll be losing such character as patience, discipline, even reasoning. The power of reasoning will be turning off. Now, and we know that these are some of the characters you require in terms of creativity. Yes, you require your character of reasoning, because you would have shifted your attention in pursuing unnecessary things than pursuing your career. When you want to pursue every woman, there's a lot of thinking and strategizing that goes into it. Rather than thinking and strategizing for your career, you are thinking and strategizing for skirts. At the end of the day, you see that you'll be turning off your power of vision, your power of creativity, your discipline will be turning off, your patience will be turning off. And these are some of the characters that are responsible for performance in the creative world and even in terms of leadership as well. So when you turn off this character in or this when you turn off these characters, indirectly you are turning off your skills, you are turning off your talents, and even your body potent energy. And eventually, what you are indirectly doing is that you are turning off your emirate or your star.